Jazakallah. Brilliant. We'll go to the next thing now. We'll have the K news. So we'll go over to Qasim with K news, and then we'll have the Friday summary after that. Jazakallah.
Welcome to this week's K News. We have quite a lot this week to cover. So, 31 million people in the UK have received the first dose of COVID vaccine. Last time it was around 26 million, I believe. And 4.5 million people have received their second dose as well. Last week, it was only about 3 million, under the 3 millions. Uh, Last week, an additional 32,000 people have been tested positive for the virus, which is down from 38,000 the week before, which is actually the biggest jump uh, com- uh, from what I've noticed after the 7 million people that were tested. An additional 320 deaths were recorded last week, down from 520 the week before. The EU warns zero jabs shipped to UK until AstraZeneca meets bloc's target. A senior Brussels policymaker has sought to quash British hopes of obtaining AstraZeneca vaccines manufactured in the EU, saying zero jabs would be shipped across the channel if the company failed to meet its commitments to the bloc. Germany is also suspending routine use of Oxford AstraZeneca COVID 19 vaccine for people aged below 60 because of a risk of rare blood clots. Canada earlier suspended use of AstraZeneca jab in the people under 55. The vaccine has quite a lot of side effects, and there's a lot of side effects that have been starting to appear with it. So it's causing quite a few issues. Brussels riot police uses horses and water cannon to disperse crowd at a fake festival created as an April Fool joke. In recent weeks, some 70,000 people had expressed an interest on Facebook in attending a festival dubbed La Baume, which, according to the Brussels Times, had advertised 8 stages, 100 DJs, and zero coronavirus rules. For that, in California office building shooting, office officials have identified a gunman in a shooting inside an office building in Southern California that left 4 people dead, including a 9-year-old boy. Police have also arrested a man suspected of attacking a 65-year-old Asian American woman in New York City, kicking her repeatedly in the stomach as witnesses appeared to only watch. Egypt is expecting more than 1 billion in compensation after the cargo ship Evergreen blocked the Suez Canal for nearly a week, according to top canal officials. He also warned that the ship and its cargo will not be allowed to leave Egypt if the issues of damages goes to court. There have been 2 train incidences. At least 50 people have been killed and dozens more injured after a train carrying nearly 500 people crashed and then derailed in a tunnel in Taiwan. And a train crash in central Egypt killed at least 90 people and injured 185. Carriages derailed and overturned when 2 trains collided near the city of Tata in Sohag province on Friday. A suspected suicide bomb attack outside Catholic Church in the Indonesian city of Makassar has left at least 14 people wounded, police says. Police said an explosion erupted as 2 attackers tried to enter the church on Palm Sunday ahead of Easter. Dozens of people are dead following an attack by Islamist militants on a town in northern Mozambique, officials say. Hundreds of militants stormed Palma on Wednesday, targeting shops, banks, and a military barracks. 7 people were killed trying to escape a siege on a hotel. At least 5 people have been killed in Alabama as tornadoes continue to batter the southern U.S. states. The deaths were in small town of Otachi in Calhoun County, the local emergency agency said, as the storm damaged houses and uprooted trees. Facebook also bans Voice of Trump from platform. Facebook removed a video of former U.S. President Donald Trump from the page of his daughter-in-law Laura Trump, who was having an interview asking just various questions. The social media giant banned Mr. Trump from his platform in January, following riots by his supporters in the Capitol building, Washington. Donald Trump is also banned from his Twitter account and his YouTube account. It's since the Capitol protest. Nike is suing Brooklyn art collective MSCHF over a controversial pair of Satan shoes that contain a drop of real human blood in the soles. The $1,018 trainers, or 740 pounds, which feature an inverted cross, a pentagram, and the words Luke 10 18, which they believe is a Bible quote, but made using modified Nike Air Max 97s. MSCHF released 666 pairs of shoes on Monday in collaboration with rapper Lil Nas X and says they sold out in less than a minute. Nike claims trademarks infringement. Firefighters in Indonesia are working to put out a massive fire that has broken out at one of the largest oil refineries in the country. At least 5 people are injured, and around 950 residents have been evacuated to safety. A handful of people have been reported missing as well. The cause of the fire remains unclear. The trial of Derek Chauvin, the police officer that killed George Floyd, has started and is in its fifth trial day today. Around 5,000 people spent Saturday nights at a gig in Barcelona after receiving negative results in same day COVID testing. And this week's with Hazur.
प्यारे हजूर वालेकुम सलाम मेरा नाम आयशा तस्लीम है और मेरा सवाल ये है कि आप सहरी और अफ्तारी में क्या खाना पसंद करते हैं सहरी और अफ्तारी में क्या खाना पसंद करते हैं जो मैं नाश्ता करता हूँ वही मैं सहरी में खा लेता हूँ और जो मैं खाना खाता हूँ वही मैं अफ्तारी में खा लेता हूँ हाँ ये है कि अफ्तारी खोलने से पहले क्योंकि सुन्नत है खजूर खाना तो खजूर खा लेता हूँ हैं तो बाकी तुम लोगों की तरह ना पकौड़े खाता हूँ ना समोसे खाता हूँ ना चाटें बनाता हूँ ना हैं फजूल किस्म की चीजें बना के हैं इतना खा लेता हूँ रात को इफ्तारी के बाद मुसीबत ही पड़ी रहे सुबह उठना मुश्किल हो जाए रोजे के लिए और हैं तो रूटीन अपनी रूटीन वही रखो तभी मजा है सहरी का हमने तो एक बना लिया हुआ है इसको एक एक सहरी में हमने जरूर कोई खास चीज खानी है अफ्तारी में जरूर खास चीज खानी है एवं बिला वजह का खर्च बढ़ा देते हैं हम खाने का भी खर्च बढ़ जाता है और पेट अलहदा खराब हो जाता है हैं और रोजा रख के भी सारा दिन सुस्ती रहती है रोजे का मजा तो तब है कि जो रूटीन का तुम्हारा खाना है वही खाओ और वही उसी से रोजा रखो और उसी से रोजा खोलो ठीक है और जो तुम्हारे लेविश किस्म की इफ्तारियां में जो पैसे बच जाते हैं ना वो किसी चैरिटी में दे दो गरीबों अच्छा ठीक है चलो नेक्स्ट
All right, that's it for this K news. Zakala.
Jazakallah Qasim, mashallah, very informative. A lot of information there that I found out first time myself as well. I would say Khuddam News is the place where I learned my my news firsthand. So it's really good to stay on top of this. I remember my time in Jamia, Huzur always, sometimes during our mulaqats, would randomly ask us general knowledge questions. So just before going, and because we were lucky that we learned from the students from before what Huzur was asking, and then went through a trend in Jamia where he started asking just general knowledge. So all of us used to quickly go on the news and read up on all the news just in case Huzur asks. But he would always catch us out, even if we didn't know. He would know that we've sussed it out, and as well as religious questions as well. So it's really important to try to stay on top of it and know what's going on around the world. So this is why we set up this K News so that we can have just the fringe of what's going on around the world. We'll go over to